Hi students, welcome to another class of grade 6 English. Today we are going to learn a poem from our course book. The name of the poem is The Merchant, written by Rabindranath Tagore. So after the Eid vacation, I once again welcome you all back to our classroom. So let's start. At the end of the class, you will be able to recite and comprehend the poem, to appreciate imaginary in a poem, to comprehend the poem from a child's perspective. The Merchant, written by Rabindranath Tagore. This poem is from the viewpoint of a child with a vivid imagination. The poem brings to life the fantasy world of the child. It is also beautifully evokes the picture of a loving family. So, my dear students, before moving to the poem, let's see more about the author. You all are familiar with the poet Rabindranath Tagore. He was born on 7th May 1861. He was the Indian poet who won Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913 for his beautiful collection of verses Gitanjali. He had a deep interest in children and wrote many poems about them. This is also a poem about a little boy and his vivid imagination. Okay, students, before beginning our poem, let me ask a question. Who is a merchant? Do you have any guess? Usually, whom do we call a merchant? Okay, a person who buys and sells goods, a trader. We call them as a merchant. Do merchants travel to faraway lands? Yeah, they may travel if they need to purchase certain goods that are not available locally. Now, in this poem, we are going to read about a child who dreams of traveling around to strange places and bring special gift for his family, especially his mother. He dreams of traveling to faraway places as a merchant. Now, let's begin. Before going to our poem, you have to do a small activity. Here is a table. You have to list out the child's plan to bring things for his mother, father, and brother after reading the poem. You have to notice whatever things that he plans to bring for his mother, father, and brother, and we will discuss this at the end of our poem. Listen to the poem The Merchant, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Here it goes.
Imagine, mother, that you are to stay at home and I am to travel into strange lands. Imagine that my boat is ready at the landing fully laden. Now think well, mother, before you say what I shall bring for you when I come back. Mother, do you want heaps and heaps of gold? There, by the banks of golden streams, fields are full of golden harvest. And in the shade of the forest path the golden champ flower drop on the ground. I will gather them all for you in many hundred baskets. Mother, do you want pearls big as the raindrops of autumn? I shall cross to the Pearl Island shore. There in the early morning light pearls tremble on the meadow. Flowers, pearls drop on the grass, and pearls are scattered on the sand in spray by the wild sea waves. My brother shall have a pair of horses with wings to fly among the clouds. For father I shall bring a magic pen that, without his knowing, will write of itself. For you, mother, I must have the casket and jewel that cost 7 kings their kingdom.
Now you have listened to a beautiful poem by Rabindranath Tagore. The name of the poem is The Merchant. Let us see what does the poet mean in this poem. In the first paragraph, the child talked to his mother in the poem. The child or the speaker drift into an imaginary situation where he is an adventurous traveler who journeys to strange land on his boat. His boat is heavy with precious things and is docked at the shore. The child wants his mother to think well before asking him to bring what she desires. Perhaps he feels that his mother deserves the best and should not be yearning for something else after he has returned home. Now students, let me ask a few questions. To whom is this poem addressed? Where does the speaker intend to travel? What is his boat filled with? Why does he want his mother to think well? What is the emotion displayed here? Now I think you got the answer for this question. Let us discuss the last question. What is the emotion displayed here? Do you have any guess about that? Love for his mother and a longing to have her wishes fulfilled. Here the little boy's love towards his mother and the fulfillment of the wishes of his mother is given here. Now let's move on to the next stanza. Mother, do you want heaps and heaps of golds? There by the banks of golden streams, fields are full of golden harvest, and in the shade of the forest path the golden chamba flower drop on the ground. I will gather them all for you in many hundred baskets. Here the child or the speaker feels that his mother would want gold. He then refers to the shimmering stream as golden just as much he does the ripe harvest in the fields, which looks golden in sunlight. Perhaps his mother would want this rich golden harvest. And in the next line, he is telling like this: the fallen yellow chamba flower that have carpeted parts of the forest path are golden to behold. The child promised to collect this in hundreds of baskets for his mother. Here, the boy really wants to bring something to his mother, but he feels that his mother wants gold. So he says that he will harvest the gold and he will bring that to his mother. And also the chamba flower, which look like the carpet in the forest path, they are so nice to watch, and he promised He will collect this chamba flowers in basket, not only in one basket, hundreds of basket for his mother. Now see how is he going to explain the things in the coming lines. Mother, do you want pearls big as raindrops of autumn? I shall cross to the Pearl Island shore. There, in the early morning light, pearls tremble on the meadow flowers. Pearls drop on grass, and pearls are scattered on the sand in spray by the wild sea waves. The child asks his mother, in the coming lines, we can see the child is asking his mother that she would also be interested in big pearls, pearls as big as raindrops in autumn. He would then sail to the island where he would find such pearl. The quivering dewdrops in the form of pearls are found on the meadow, flowers in the early morning light, and on the grass. He sees pearl in the spray scattered on the sands, thrown by waves as they crash on the shores of the island. See how beautifully have the poet described this. First he thought that his mother wanted gold. Then he is also thinking that maybe she wanted pearls also. And he is asking, do you want pearl as big as raindrop? For if you want, I will cross the Pearl Island shore. In the early morning, the pearls will be shining in the meadow, in the grassland of flowers. Pearls drop on the flower. The water drops on the grass will look like pearls. And the pearls are scattered on the sand in spray by the wild sea waves. The wild sea waves, sprayed by the wild sea waves. The sea waves means that thrown by the waves as they crash on the shore of the island. When a wave hit and it crashed on the shore of the island, it looked like pearls. Now let's listen to the coming stanza. My brother shall have a pair of horse with wings to fly among the clouds. For father, I shall bring a magic pen that without his knowing will write of itself. For you, mother, I must have the casket and jewel that cost 7 kings and their kingdoms. So this is the poem. In the last, the little boy, shift his focus towards his brother and father. He wants to gift his brother a horse with wings. In the picture you can see that would help carry him along the clouds. And for his father, he would gift a magic pen that would write on its own. But for his precious mother, he was to get the box with the jewels that king had lost their kingdoms fighting over. From this, we can clearly see the love of the child towards his mother and longing to have her wishes fulfilled. Now we can listen to the new words which is given in the box below. Write to itself. It will write by itself without father holding it. As it is a magic pen, it will write its own. Casket, a small box usually used to store jewelry. Jewel that cost 7 kings their kingdoms. A jewel that is so valuable that king have lost their kingdom trying to own it. Landing, a place where people can get into or out of boat. Lantern, heavily loaded with something. Heaps, untidy collection of things that are placed one on top of each other. Golden harvest, grain and other crops that are ripe and ready to be cut. Some grains turn yellow when they are ripe. Chamba, it's a type of flower. In the picture, you can clearly see it. Meadow, a large field with grass and wildflowers growing in it. So, students, at the beginning of our poem, I ask you to make a table and to find out the list of things the child plans to bring for his mother, father, and brother. Now, I hope you all have found out what things he wants to bring. I hope you all got the answer. We will discuss this in our classroom. So, student, this is end of our poem. I hope you got this poem. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Thank you.